What if I told you? The biggest reason you don't have more muscle has nothing to do with your genetics. Every year, millions of people join a gym with one dream: to build a stronger, more muscular body. They buy expensive gym clothes, protein powder, pre-workout, creatine, and somehow their bank account loses more weight than they do. For the first few weeks, everything feels perfect. They never miss a workout. They meal prep. They take gym selfies from every possible angle, even though the only thing growing is their camera roll. But a few months later, they look in the mirror, and nothing has really changed. The arms look the same. The chest looks the same. The back still disappears when they turn sideways. So they blame their genetics. They blame their workout. Sometimes they even blame the gym equipment. It's not me. This bench just doesn't build muscle. But here's the truth. Muscle growth isn't complicated. People just make the same mistakes. Again and again and again. Mistakes that silently destroy their progress while making them believe they're working hard. In this video, we're exposing those mistakes one by one. And by the end, you'll understand why 99% of people never build muscle and how you can become part of the other 1%. Let's start with the biggest mistake of all. You're not giving your muscles a reason to grow. Think about it. If you lift the exact same weights for the exact same reps every single week, why would your body change? Your muscles are smarter than you think. They adapt. Once something becomes easy, they stop growing. This is called progressive overload. It simply means you have to challenge your muscles a little more over time. Maybe one extra rep, maybe 5 more pounds, maybe better form. Small improvements lead to big results. But here's what most people do instead. They grab the same dumbbells, do the same 10 reps, take a 5-minute break, chat with their friend, watch 3 reels, reply to 2 messages, and somehow call it an intense workout. At this point, the only muscle getting stronger is your thumb. Here's the truth. Muscles don't care how long you've been in the gym. They only care how much tension you create. A focused 45-minute workout will always beat a distracted 2-hour workout. So next time you train, stop trying to impress everyone around you. Instead, focus on becoming just 1% stronger than your last workout, because that's how real muscle is built. Now let's talk about the mistake that destroys more gains than almost anything else: your diet. Here's a question. Would you expect a car to win a race without enough fuel? Of course not. So why do people expect their muscles to grow without giving their body enough food? Muscle isn't built from motivation. It's built from nutrition. Yet every day, people spend 2 hours in the gym, then go home and eat one small salad. Congratulations. Your rabbit is now on a bodybuilding diet. If your goal is building muscle, your body needs calories. It needs protein, and it needs consistency. Skipping meals because you're too busy is like trying to charge your phone without plugging it in. It simply doesn't work. Protein is especially important. It's the building block your muscles use to repair and grow after every workout. Without enough protein, you're making the job much harder than it needs to be. And no, drinking one protein shake doesn't magically fix a bad diet. Protein powder is called a supplement for a reason. It supplements your diet. It doesn't replace it. The people who build impressive physiques don't eat perfectly every single day. They just stay consistent far longer than everyone else. Remember, you can't outtrain a bad diet. No matter how hard you work in the gym, your muscles still need the right fuel to grow. Here's a mistake that almost nobody talks about. People become obsessed with training, but completely ignore recovery. They think, if I train harder, I'll grow faster. Sounds logical, but that's not how your body works. Every workout creates tiny tears in your muscle fibers. The gym doesn't build muscle. It simply gives your body a reason to build it. The real magic happens afterward, when you're sleeping, eating, and recovering. Imagine hiring construction workers, then kicking them off the job before they finish. That's exactly what happens when you train hard, but sleep only 5 hours every night. Your body never gets enough time to rebuild stronger muscles. And recovery isn't just about sleep. Stress matters too. High stress keeps your body in a constant fight or flight mode, making muscle growth much more difficult. So if you're serious about building an impressive physique, stop thinking that more workouts always mean more gains. Sometimes, the smartest thing you can do is go home, eat a good meal, get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, and let your body do the work. Because muscles aren't built while you're lifting weights. They're built while you're recovering. Here's a question. Who are you trying to impress? The guy next to you? Your friends? Or your own muscles? Because your muscles don't care how much weight is on the bar. They only care how much work they're actually doing. Yet every day, people load up the bar with more weight than they can handle. The first rep looks okay. The second rep gets a little ugly. And by the third rep, it looks less like a workout and more like they're trying to wrestle a wild bear. That's called ego lifting. And it's one of the fastest ways to stop making progress. When the weight is too heavy, your form breaks down. Other muscles take over. The target muscle barely works, and your risk of injury goes way up. Remember, lifting lighter with perfect form will always beat lifting heavier with terrible form. The strongest people in the gym aren't the ones making the most noise. They're the ones controlling every single rep. So leave your ego at the door. Train with control. Focus on the muscle you're trying to grow. Because your goal isn't to impress people for one workout. It's to build a physique that impresses everyone for years. Here's the final mistake. And honestly, it might be the biggest one of all. Most people don't quit the gym. They quit the process. 1 week, they're doing push-pull legs. The next week, they switch to a bodybuilding split. And they see a video called, "Build Huge Arms in 7 Days." So they change everything again and again and again. Your muscles don't grow because you found the perfect workout. They grow because you stick to a good workout long enough for it to actually work. Imagine planting a seed, then digging it up every 3 days, just to check if it's growing. Sounds ridiculous, right? That's exactly what people do with their training. Stop chasing new workout plans every week. Stop searching for secret exercises. Master the basics. Train consistently. Track your progress. Trust the process. Because the people with the best physiques aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who stayed consistent, long after everyone else gave up. Now that you know the biggest mistakes, let's understand how muscle actually grows. Because once you understand this, everything else becomes much easier. Every time you train, your muscles experience stress. That stress sends a signal to your body. We need to become stronger. Then your body starts repairing the tiny muscle fibers, making them slightly bigger and slightly stronger than before. This process is called muscle protein synthesis. It's happening even when you're not in the gym. That's why training is only one piece of the puzzle. The other pieces are eating enough protein, getting enough sleep, and repeating the process week after week. Think of your muscles like a savings account. Every good workout is a small deposit. Every healthy meal is another deposit. Every night of quality sleep is another deposit. Miss all three, and your progress account stays empty. But keep making small deposits, day after day, month after month. And one day, people will ask you, how did you build that physique? The answer won't be a secret workout or a magic supplement. It'll be something much simpler. Consistency. So, why do 99% of people never build muscle? It isn't because they have bad genetics. It isn't because they don't know enough. And it definitely isn't because they need another secret workout. They fail because they quit too early. They chase shortcuts instead of trusting the process. But now, you know the truth. Lift with proper form. Train with progressive overload. Eat enough protein. Sleep like your muscles depend on it. Because they do. Stay consistent, even when motivation disappears. Remember, your dream physique won't be built in a week. It won't be built in a month. But if you keep showing up, again and again and again, one day, you'll look in the mirror and realize you become the person you once wished you could be. So, starting today, stop making excuses. Start making progress. Your future self is watching. Don't disappoint him. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button. Subscribe for more science-based fitness content. And remember, every great physique starts with one decision: to never give up.